Okay, I'm going to try and make this a little quicker than last night. That's bright. Oh, glass. Yeah, I try not to train on my glasses. I like to be able to work out my eyes, get my eyes a little more used to seeing with technology. So, last night was legs. They don't feel jello today. They feel good, you know. Like I can tell that I worked out last night, but I'm not like, which I don't like. So there's pushing exercises, which for me means parkour drills and capoeira drills, and then push-ups and dips. But I hurt my shoulder a while back, so I kind of do these easy. Like I don't I probably won't be going too crazy like I did with I didn't really go that crazy with my kicks either. I'm kind of, like I said, out of shape. So anyways, Tuesday nights, well from now on it's going to be, let's see, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I plan on doing parkour exercises, and Mondays, Thursdays, kicking leg exercises, and then Wednesdays and Saturdays, pulling exercises. So push would be, like I said, parkour, capoeira. And if you would like to donate, the money will be going towards creating a parkour vault box, which is like a waist height box that you practice vaults getting over. So parkour is, you know, a lot of people, they see videos and they think it looks really hard to do, but in reality, it's very intuitive and natural for humans to do. You know, humans were primates, so climbing and movement it's the most natural thing for us to do. So, you know, you saw me doing precision jumps last night, and that's not something that you even really need to be taught how to do. Just if someone says, hey, practice trying to jump into that space over there, you do it a couple times and you've kind of got a decent precision jump. Everything after that is just conditioning. You know, we're probably not really conditioned to do it, but it is what our bodies are designed to do. It's not like a sport or something that you really have to work super hard at to get decent at. You know, you do a little bit of it casually, and it's sort of just natural. Although, of course, people that are really good at it, they do train a lot, and I'm not taking that away, obviously. So, parkour is about, let's see, you can break it up into about like 4 or 5 different techniques. One technique is obviously just things you do with your legs, like jumping, precision jumping, jumping off of things. And then you got your like climbing techniques. Then you got vaulting, which is getting over an obstacle, or even going under, which is one thing. But the way that you train vaulting and you develop the muscles for parkour is through quadrupedal movements. It's just animalistic movements, and it works your chest and your triceps and your core really well. So I like to do these to warm up. And I also, when I used to teach Taekwondo, I would have my class do this because it's a great full body workout, and especially with kids who you never really know what sort of space they're in mentally when they come into class. It's a good way to get them into their body, like aware of their body movements, and less in their head. You know, because when you're trying to do something exercise-wise and you're like stuck in your head, it's harder for you to do movements intuitively or to be relaxed, and that's often really important. And it's sort of fun. So anyways, I start with the bear crawls. Okay, now when you do this, generally one rule of thumb for quadrupedal movements is alternate. So like you want to do left hand and right foot at the same time, like that. if you see cats climbing or just how they walk, this is how they walk, and they're very agile, as you know. If you notice, I got my Space Force t-shirt on tonight. This is, as you might know, I am a Army vet, but I also served some time in the Space Force during the invasion in the 90s. Not the Will Smith one. The Yerk invasion. Yeah. Whew. Gotta drink some soda. There it is. So last night I didn't get enough sleep. And it's raining, awesome. So yeah, when we're in space though, you can't really train like body weight type exercises. You need resistance bands. Weights don't cut it. I'm gonna do these a few more times, and I'll switch to a different one. I think I need new headphones too. Whew. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do some capoeira movements. Capoeira is, in my opinion, a sort of useful drilling exercise for parkour, because it teaches you flowing movements of your body weight. I don't really think of it as a martial art, to be honest. Although some of the hits have been effectively used in UFC, but mostly I like to practice their weird cartwheel because it's really good for your shoulders. And like I said, my shoulder is normally I would be doing handstand push-ups with my feet up on something, but I hear it creak when that happens, so I would much rather, I don't like that the ground is wet right here, so I would much rather ease into that sort of exercise. I don't even really like doing dips, but I got my dip bar out. I don't even know if you can see me that well over here. Yeah, I like just shifting my weight around. Okay, sideways QMs. This one, you kind of alternate hands, feet. And 2 teas. But tonight I did make some fat-free cookies for myself to help alleviate my sweet tooth. But they turned out to be more like scones, which is cool. I like scones. Okay, dips. These Equalizer bars are kick-ass. Highly recommend. So if you have any sort of injury, I mean, obviously you should see a doctor, but lockdowns and money and time, I would just much rather, and it doesn't hurt anymore. It just makes noise every now and then, and it pinches every now and then. So what I do is when I work out, I just go slow and pay attention to it. I don't let it surprise me. I think things like this, where you're kind of isolating it, is more dangerous than, say, like the cartwheels or whatever I was doing. Because I think movement, and this is just my hypothesis, that's why I said edutainment is the status of my content. Like, maybe it's educational to you, maybe it's useful information, but take it with a grain of salt. Okay. So when it comes to parkour exercises, I cannot recommend enough this channel on YouTube, the Tap Brothers. They have like the best tutorials. You know, I wonder if this sort of content that I'm making right now is even valuable. Like, there's all these videos on YouTube of people exercising, but it's like they're already in good shape, and they edit the videos down, and then they add music to it. But that's not my style. That's not my intention. I'm going to be doing this because I'm going to be working out anyways, so why not film it? When I have an archive, so if I can keep this up, maybe a year from now when I'm out here doing backflips and shit, I can be like, look at these videos. Because I love being the guy to say I told you so, you know? When I told everyone to buy Bitcoin and they didn't, and then its value went up, did I regret not buying it myself? Abso-fucking-lutely. But there was that one tiny sliver of satisfaction I got in telling everyone else, hey, remember when I told you to buy Bitcoin and you didn't? Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to do bear crawls, but backwards. Whew, my arm's already like not feeling good. So this really works the shoulders. One more lap. I think that's why I'm out of breath. Stayed up late last night. Cookie. And I didn't eat a good lunch either. But, like I said before, one reason I'm doing this is at night, if I exercise and I ate bad during the day, then this is my punishment. I get to enjoy the heavier breathing and the extra weight. Okay, tomorrow night will be some jiu-jitsu stuff. although it's mostly going to be rolls. So I got to research first some good solo drills for jiu-jitsu, but I like to do jiu-jitsu on pulling nights, simply because I saw in an interview once with Randy Couture on what muscle groups help for jiu-jitsu, and he said it's mostly your pulling muscles, like your back and your biceps, because so often you're squeezing or you're pulling an arm or lifting their head up to get your arm under and then squeezing, or you have to use your back to lift your opponent. So I would like to have a massive back someday. Alright, now what I'm going to do is this one, I'm probably not even going to do Kongs tonight. I'm already kind of sore, and I don't want to be out here for an hour like I was last night. But I'm going to do, no, fuck it, I will definitely do Kongs just because of that. So, what I'm going to do now, though, I don't know if you can even see me from there, but here, you should be able to see everywhere the light touches, I would imagine. I don't know. So, I'm going to do the bear crawls that I was just doing, except, so instead of doing it where my hands are out like shoulder width like that, I'm going to try and put them closer together, and that's going to help on my balance. That's you ever see people crawling up like a rail or something like that? That's balance. There's a rock right here. Feels like, is that a root? Don't know. Okay. Shoulders creaking. Not good. Alright. I won't do too many of these, because I think I should do these at the beginning of an exercise. Now the hands don't need to be totally in line, but I like to make sure that, if there was like a shadow going straight behind them, they overlap shadows. And I try to get as close behind each other as I can. But I gotta quit buying cookies. I gotta just use my own homemade ones. Fat is bad. My arteries not as clear as they should be. Okay. Now I'm going to do some Kongs and then push-ups. And then call it a night, probably. So, have you all been watching this election? How about this election, huh? Kongs are my least favorite because they're less intuitive to me. But apparently our relatives do this just fine. Man, my students, they used to could do this one all day and so fast. Whew. That's why I think these sort of drills, if you're going to get your kid into any sort of exercise, like just exercising drills, QMs are the best. They're tiring too. So this one is like, you ever look at a Kong vault? This is what that looks like when you just practice it in your yard, like a weirdo. Oh my God. Bro, I'm tired. This is shameful. You know what though? when I started doing these at the beginning of October, this exact thing happened. I would get out of breath, and it's like I can't really talk or do the exercises that I would want to. And then I'm like embarrassed because I don't want to edit this down. I want to show the entire process of a nighttime exercise and narrate for some reason. Not like that helps my breathing, but beginning of October I did this, and I was thinking, if I keep up with it though, my breathing will get better. But I didn't keep up with it. I made excuses. I said my shoulder hurts. I'm over it. I'm going to take a break. What I should have done was just exercised anyways, but just take it easy on that one spot. See, there's a thing about pain. Whew. Pain is it's a natural part of life, and that's not some like philosophical, Buddhist thing. It's science. It's biology. We have nerves in our body, and our nerves feel either pleasure or pain, and this tells us to go towards the thing that's good or away from the thing that's bad. When you feed a baby something that's bitter, they don't like it because they have this instinct to avoid something that could be toxic. And I guess bitter is a common taste among toxic things. So they like sweet because we need sugar. So we have very strong sweet taste buds. We don't have protein receptors, interestingly enough. Cats do. A cat they can actually taste a steak or a fish or a flesh in general in ways that we never could. Humans, when we eat meat, we have to fill it with salt and put plants all over it so we can taste it. Humans, we have sweet receptors and salt receptors to get sugar and minerals. But it's harder to have a coherent thought when you're out of breath. I'm not really out of breath anymore, though. I'm just letting it catch up so I can get into push-ups. But anyways, I want to finish my thought first. Pain is a natural part of the learning process. It tells you what you should be doing. If you feel pain from like touching a hot stove, you learn not to do that anymore. And when you exercise, similarly, assuming you're not hurting yourself, the stress and the pain you feel in your muscles is called eustress. It's a positive pain. It's something that has a goal, or it has a purpose. When you're training or practicing with whatever physical thing you want, even if you're learning something and it's kind of hard, the mental pain is a positive sort of stress. It's developmental. But in life, what you need to do when you feel pain, whether it's emotional pain, mental pain, physical pain, is first you need to analyze where it's really coming from. If you have like anxiety, like social anxiety especially, or dating anxiety, you have low self-esteem, you need to think, where is this really actually coming from? Is it coming from a rational, objective look upon myself and what kind of person I am, or what I look like, or whatever it is that you feel people are judging you based on? Or do I have this feeling because of something my parents did when I was a kid, or that my cousin did, or my brother did when I was a kid? I had low self-esteem for a long time, and it was because of things that my family did to me. And it took me a long time to figure this out. But until then, I would blame other people for it, or I would just assume that that's how things were. When you feel pain in your life, your number one priority needs to be to figure out where that source of pain comes from, because there's so many people that they do feel that and they don't look into it, and then they might be 70 years old, and then they realize that their father or their mother or their sister or whatever was actually really toxic and had ruined their life. And then you can't get that back. You can't get it back. You can make really bad life choices based on how you feel about yourself for no good reason. And that is, that can be very destructive. That can waste decades of your life. You know, you get the wrong job, or you make the wrong commitment, or you, whatever. It could be a lot of things. It could be just something like, you know, getting drunk every weekend, and then it becomes every weeknight because you have extreme social anxiety for whatever reason was forced upon you as a kid, normally, because kids are usually naturally social, and we're taught to have social anxiety in most cases. But if you're taught to have social anxiety, and then you grow up, and then, you know, as a teenager or whatever, you go to parties, or you probably don't get invited to parties like a lot of people, or you go to college, or in my case, the Army, and it's just everyone drinks on the weekend, and you get used to it, and it gets worse. I don't want to sound like an after-school special, but this is really how things happen for people. You know, you need that lubrication, that social lubrication. You need that thing to make you forget about those thoughts that creep into your brain at 11:30 at night when you're laying down. And so what you need to do instead of self-medicating is do some self-exploring. Figure out what is causing that mental pain or that emotional pain, and face it. You know, you don't run from pain. You get out of it first thing, but then you examine it. You don't ignore it. If you put your hand on a stove and it hurts, and you ignore it and just say, it's something else, you're going to burn your hand off. Like, it's just going to melt. You're going to have a Freddy Krueger hand. Well, not the clawed one, but the other one. But likewise, you don't want to just run away from stoves and be afraid of stoves all your life. You got to have a rational reaction to stress. And for me right now, that means a little bit of shoulder rehab, a little bit of shoulder therapy. Because, I mean, the way I think about it, like, I can move it. You know, I have a full range of motion. It just doesn't feel too good at times. But the more I do exercise it, it feels a little bit better over time. But also, if I work out with good form, especially with push-ups, if you're way out here, that's impingement territory, but it's also taking the stress away from your pecs, which I want to be working on my pecs and my triceps tonight. All right, I'm going to quit procrastinating and get into push-ups. And again, don't make fun of me, Internet, because I can't... Oh, I heard something inside. Don't make fun of me, Internet, because I can't do 100 push-ups. I already did do a bunch of QMs and handstands, so my push muscles are already tired, and I am fat. Hold on a sec. Man, I didn't want to make my videos too long, but my girlfriend's screaming. I think there's a cockroach or something inside. Be right back. Oh, wait. I am going to pause you. So this massive fly. See, one downside about living in Hawaii is the bugs. It's like tropical, so you get lots of bugs. And because of the heat, and the price, the cost of living, there's no winter, so having like air conditioning doesn't really make sense. Everyone still has these jealous. Like, you have a storm window or the screen, the solid window. You have all these jealousies, which are like glass strips that either fold shut or they open to let all the air come through, the wind comes through. It's windy, so you get lots of your cooling down motion during the, from the wind. So if it's hot, you just open up your windows so it cools down. But that also means bugs can get in. So, anyways, push-ups and then end of my workout, and I forgot to keep my glasses off. Whew. Should I do a push-up circle? Nah. I'll just do regular push-ups. So when you do push-ups, you want to keep your elbows tucked into your body. Keep your hands directly under your shoulders. Some people like to lock out all the way and touch their chest to the ground. Me, I like to do about 5% away from each because I like to feel the stress. So for example, I got my knee under me, so I'm not doing a full one. So I come up to about here where it's slightly bent, and then I come to about there. So I'm not relaxing. I don't want to relax at all during my push-up time. I want to feel the tension. I want to try something though. Ooh. This grass is sharp. So if I'm I'll figure that out. Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Push-ups. I also like to spread my fingers out. Form over quantity. I wonder if I'm just cracking because I'm over 30. I hope not. I think it's just because I don't work out nearly as much, and I have a very non-movement based job. Whew. This grass is really sharp. Or it's just because it's just dry. Okay. There's my cat. One of my cats. One thing I'm trying to be conscious of is my shoulders. A lot of people do push-ups like this, but if you engage your shoulders, it's better. And that's something I try to keep in mind when I'm working out, but I forget a lot. And it's something that just sneaks in the middle of doing a rep. Next thing I know, my shoulders are caving in. And I'm still doing push-ups, but if you engage everything, you get a better pump from it. The way the Tap Brothers described doing a push-up, they said spread your fingers out so you're working all the muscles in your hands too, but it helps your balance. Keep your elbows in, and you want to keep this pretty much perpendicular to the ground. But think of it like you're a gargoyle or something, and you are peering over the edge of a building. Which reminds me, I just watched The Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's a really good movie. You might not know this, but I'm doing all this training so one day I can become a ninja. I want to be able to break into places and steal things just like Biden stole the election. JK, I don't want to be a ninja. Okay, I do want to be a ninja, but not to steal things. Just because ninjas are awesome. I like to stop a lot because I want to make sure my shoulder doesn't go, which happens. It's been doing pretty good tonight, actually. It cracked a few times. Not very good. My wrists, on the other hand, are like, why are you bending us like this? Okay, I'll do a few more. I'll try something else. I'll try the archer push-ups. See how that... Ooh, doesn't really... Can't really do that one too well. Yeah, that one doesn't work too well. Why are my wrists wrist in pain. That's weird. You know, when I got out of the Army, I didn't work out for a while because there was no one screaming at me, forcing me to work out every day. And so I relished in that freedom. But I realized that this is a bias reaction. It's conditioning. You know, if you fall into a habit because someone conditioned you to have that habit, it's the same as if you avoid a habit because someone conditioned you to have that habit. You got to make choices for yourself. You know, something like the military, they say it gives you discipline, but it doesn't. It might help you if you stay in the military long enough, but if you don't make it out of private, surprisingly sturdy. It's windy. But yeah, if you, it can keep you, but it's not necessarily going to keep yourself accountable when it comes to actually practicing. Well, I think that's about it from my workout for tonight. I feel pretty good as far as chest goes. I'll do a few dips, but I'll probably just keep my feet on the ground. So yeah, if you'd like to see more content from me, please donate to my Bitcoin or Subscribestar. I think Subscribestar is pretty interesting. I would like to have some patrons, subscribers, whatever you call it. That's pinching. But Bitcoin also, big fan. And with enough donations, I will build myself a vault box, and you get to watch me build it. That'll be fun. I gotta eat more, whatever's good for joints. I gotta look into that. What foods are good for your joints? Okay. Whew, that is it for me. I'm like, bleh. I'll see if I can do any more push-ups after I put this away. So, there's not too much controversy about this because the general consensus is you want to get as much stress on your muscles as you can and then rest, and that's the best way to build it. But I say it depends on the muscle group and it depends on your body. You know, if you've been lazy and haven't exercised hardly for a few years, like me, then don't push too hard. Just develop the habit and then start pushing hard based on which muscle groups can handle it and which ones cannot. So my chest is fine. I can push it as hard as I want, and it doesn't really feel tired like my legs do. You know, it doesn't take too long for my chest to heal. So my biceps, it's very hard for me to get my biceps sore the next day. My legs, on the other hand, they get sore. I'll do a few more push-ups. I think I can. Cracking is still going on, but it's minor. And I won't do push-ups for another 3 days, so it's okay. I think that's about all I can do without risking the crack. Jeez, this grass is cutting into me. Okay, you guys. Have a good rest of your night. Please like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what sort of things you'd like to see. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.